streaming. Don't mess up.
Oh, fuck. Hello.
Now it'll take a second.
Let's see if I can find it on my YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to. All right. We're live.
Allegedly.
We're not showing our faces quite yet. Oh, here we go. I just got notified.
College disaster story. Okay, we're live.
All right. What's up, everybody? Give us, we're going to just hang out here for a second.
We got one person in the chat. Might be me. How do I,
All right.
how do I get in this
We're
chat? Oh, live chat.
Matt, there you go. We're going to.
Whoa, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Henry?
Henry and Taya.
All right.
What's up?
We're just going to hang out for a little bit, get situated before we get the show started, y'all. Give people some time to get in here. What's up, Taya? Oh, my fucking. Ow.
Kid's banging his head already.
So many cables. Matt, also the power, the
Yeah,
backup power thing on the back of the computer is right next to my foot.
Yeah.
So if I accidentally kick this mid-episode.
Yeah, it's really going to suck.
Yeah. Matt, could you switch it to me real quick? What's up, y'all? What's up, Cal? What's up, Emily? How's it going? Okay,
Patrick's
guys.
here.
For the next, what's up, Patrick? For the next, 5 to 10 minutes, we're just going to kind of hang out, shoot the shit a little bit, give some time for people to come in, join the chat, and for everybody to get ready before we actually start the episode. Hashtag PIMS Simps Unite. I love it. I'm also going to link the podcast or the live stream to my buddy Typical Gamer, so he can come in here.
Your boy.
I doubt he'll actually talk in the chat, but he said he
Yeah,
wants to see what the setup looks like.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
how do I?
Better impress. Should we turn that light
Share.
on behind you? The one up there.
Nah.
Alright.
I don't really want to. And guys, our buddy Matt, who's been on a bunch of episodes,
Producer
he's
Matt.
He's over there. He's producer Matt. He's manning the computer over here, so he's gonna be looking at the chat.
So if he messes up the switches, that's his fault. So if I'm talking and it's just on John,
So
for 5
if this
minutes,
episode sucks ass, it's entirely Matt's
just
fault.
blame him.
But yeah, so we're just gonna hang out here for a second. Got to get everything ready. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Did this link work? Here's the live stream. Sending it to Andre.
Andre the Giant.
All right. Also,
Are giants real?
I mean, there's some giant people out there.
You could call them.
Some-
There's like gigantism.
In a way, they're giants.
Yeah,
Do you think the vibe's gonna be different this episode since people are watching us?
we'll find out. I'm just
kinda
gonna
scared.
pretend like people aren't watching.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not, but at the end of the day,
In the
I
back
can
of my
still
head.
tell that Matt's over here and there's people typing, saying what's up.
We could put like a curtain right here. Put like a blocker.
We put up those things that you take tests with, those little blinders.
We used to put up like folders. You just put like a random folder. And what you do is you have your notes on the side of the folder, so you can see your notes.
Yeah,
Just think ahead. That's already starting the
the college
the
discussion.
college conversation.
Yeah.
No, they're smarter than that in college. They don't let you do that shit.
Yeah. Matt, you think you're good? You got the vibe? All right, sweet. Guys, just so you know, if you guys are avid fans of the show, usually we edit the episodes, after we're done recording, we'll edit them on the computer so we can switch back and forth between camera angles and add different stuff. There's not going to be as many cuts or as many switches. It's going to be a little different in terms of the visuals this episode because it's a live stream and it's just harder. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm excited. How many people do we got in here? 16 people. Let's go.
16. John said he was more nervous for having less people than having more people.
Yeah, no, in a way. Actually, I'll talk about it once we start.
Okay.
Once we actually start. Real quick, I'm gonna go run inside where we have better reception. I'm gonna put something on the Instagram story.
Yep.
Kyle can talk to you guys for a
I'll
second,
entertain the masses. What's
and
up,
then we'll
guys?
start.
Raw dog today. That's
Matt could join in for a second.
what's up with the wolf face shirt.
Yeah, Matt, you can talk to Kyle for a minute.
It's not gonna.
They're talking shit about my wolf shirt.
I'll be able to switch it.
That's fine. I'll just talk to myself then.
The chat's kind of popping.
Yeah, chat's popping. Chat's making fun of my wolf shirt. Smash her cooter and escape on your scooter.
Huh.
I don't really know what that means. I mean, I know what that means, but
It is kind of difficult to try to. Hey, someone Everyone's talking about my song in the chat. Let's
Oh,
go.
really? What song?
Don't play.
You wanna rap real quick? Entertain the people?
Not really.
All right, I can rap.
But yeah, Kyle can rap.
What's up, chat? I'm sitting here. I'm not very fat. Thinking about how we're gonna record a podcast on the YouTube format. I'm sitting here with Matt. Really wish I wore a jacket. I'm wearing a hat. Yeah, Peak to Middle School hat. If you guys are interested in my hat, I'm not going to even try to rhyme this. If you guys are interested in the hat, we are going to be opening the store somewhat soon. It's going to be, I believe, PIMS.store.com. And we got hats, we got shirts, we got sweatshirts. They're coming out soon. It's going to be sweet. We actually did a bunch of modeling yesterday. Got some stellar pictures. Yeah, there's a picture of me crossing somebody over. That's my favorite picture I've ever seen taken. So that's going to be sweet. There's also a video or picture of me posting up John on the block before I dunked on him, but that wasn't photographed. But yeah, pretty much, guys. I'm running out of things to say on this live stream.
Let's see. Everyone in the chat. Luke wants to know if you want to play Warzone right now.
Not right now, Luke. I'll hop on with you later tonight. I'll catch a dub later on. You just said let's play Warzone again. I know.
Does Jack Black know you've stolen his shirt?
Jack Black?
Yeah.
Is this like a Jack Black shirt?
Probably.
I got this in Bellingham,
The eyes are right on.
which is where I went to college. Yeah, the eyes are like on my tits. It's pretty sweet though. When my pecs are popping. Yeah, I know. How dare you?
How dare you?
See, I feel like this is hard to communicate because we are so delayed. So like last night, John was doing a test episode, and we were trying to message him, and it was just so like it took so long for him to respond. So I know I'm responding late, and I'm sorry. Now everyone's trying to play Warzone with me, guys. I'm really not very good. Yeah, we could just leave and then just turn this into a live stream on Twitch.
Jack Black always wears shirts like yours.
I respect the style though.
Well, maybe he's stealing your shirt.
Yeah, what? You just assuming that I'm stealing Jack Black's shirt, but he's stealing my shirt. It's Nacho Libre stole my shirt.
Emily put a bunch of cat in a box emojis, and then I'm not really sure what.
Something's dabbing.
Something's dabbing.
I don't know where you get these emojis from. Can I send
I don't know
something?
how you put emojis on a computer.
Oh, what's up? Oh, shit, I can reply. I can be in the chat.
Yeah, Kyle's in the chat. So, make a playing game Warzone with y'all a part of. Hey-o.
Everyone's trying to play Warzone with me.
What?
Everyone's trying to play Warzone.
Hey, let's go. All right. Hold on. Not quite ready yet. Doing one more story.
Chat's
All right, guys. We're live right now. Our first ever PIMS live stream. Kyle's here. Matt's here. A shit ton of cables and shit are here. Look at Kyle's beautiful face.
Oh, yeah.
Come tune in. Link is in our bio. Gonna say that again. Link is in our bio.
Link is in our bio.
There's 23 people right now. Let's get up to like 50. Come say hi. Come say what's up. And tell us we're funny. All right, let me go post this.
Oh, Cameron Hughes is in the chat.
What's up, Cam?
So what up, goats? They always
Bro,
talk about
this-
Link in the bio, but they always forget about Zelda.
Why am I here? I don't know. Why are you here?
Streams,
I'm feeling this. I'm thinking the same thing. Why am I here?
the stream's current buy rate is higher than the recommended buy rate or bit rate, not buy rate.
What?
I don't know. Something popped up. But
People are
it's still
talking about-
going, But
Wait, what?
I'll wait for John to come back.
Yeah, John
That's probably fine.
answers all my technology questions.
I don't know what bit rate means.
This is a good suggestion. Make playing a game of Warzone part of your Patreon benefits.
That would be
That's actually kind of fire. I might be down for that. That's a good idea.
sick.
Who's here from TikTok? Where's my TikTok? Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, go follow at Cameron Yoos, YOOS. He is in the chat. You guys can say hello to him. Someone said, Kyle, guess what? What?
I was gonna say. Now we gotta wait 30 seconds.
Now I gotta wait for the answer.
If he says chicken butt.
Yeah. Fuck. Eric, E-Rich.
You rich.
I think it's Eric.
This is hard to keep up with. Someone said chicken nuggies a while ago.
Bro, this is really hard to keep up with, especially because of the delay.
They're asking you to smile, Kyle. You need to
Man.
Oh, he said chicken butt.
God damn it. You got me.
Someone else said cow. Guess what?
What? Hey, if I ever wow, that wasn't English. If I ever streamed on Twitch, would you guys watch? Would you guys watch me play Warzone? Dude, we should play Warzone with fans as part of Patreon.
Oh, that would be some.
That'd actually be fun.
Content. Or just any game.
Apparently, there's not that much delay.
Alright, good.
This popped up. I don't know if that's. I'm sure it's fine, but.
Yeah, we're fine. I think for now.
Oh, it's your birthday, Kyle.
It's thank you.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Kyle.
you. I appreciate
I
it.
ruined your birthday.
Yeah, you did. My birthday's every day now.
All right. Here we are, guys.
Someone's trying to schedule playing Warzone with us.
Oh shit! I just got a text from someone saying they're watching. What's up?
Remember when we first hung out and I threw you on to a Foot Locker and you almost
all right, Kyle. Come on. Let's focus up here. All right, guys.
Are we starting now?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right,
I want you guys. Matt's gonna be here checking the chat. We're obviously not gonna. Kyle and I aren't gonna be looking at the chat throughout the duration of the episode until the end. We're gonna be doing some fan questions with you guys live, so feel free to ask away. And Matt, if you feel free to write down if people ask questions during the episode, you can like write them down and save them, and let us know in a bit. But yeah, I think we're gonna get started here in a second. Does that look good? All right. How many people we got? 26 people. Hello, everyone.
That's not bad. I'll take 26.
Yeah, bro. It's fun. If you guys are new around here, subscribe. Okay. So, yeah, anything you guys want to say during the episode or you want to interact with us, Matt will be typing away, so just keep that in mind.
If you hear clicking in the background, that's it.
That's what's going on. So, yeah. All right. Let's get started. Let me pull up my notes here. This will be interesting, guys. This is our first time not editing it, so...
Sorry if I say something offensive.
Or believe it or not, there are actually things that we cut out of the episodes. I know it's hard to believe that we just can carry these beautiful conversations for hours at a time with no interruption.
There's a little bit of a pause.
But this episode, we're just going to kind of wing it. So, all right. Should I do the intro?
Let's do it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal. I'm here with this kid.
My name's Kyle. How are we doing?
I'm doing amazing. I like your hat, by the way.
Thank you. Did you want to buy this hat?
I would like to buy the hat, but unfortunately, there's no website to buy the hat. But also,
there is a website.
There's a website, but don't tell the people yet because it's not ready yet.
I may have just talked about it earlier.
That's okay. Okay. Well, yeah, guys, the site's not live yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be PIMS.store. So literally, it doesn't matter. You can't find it anyways.
Is it pims.store.com or just?
No. Just
I fucked that one up. All right, pims.store. It's not up yet, so don't even try.
Don't try. You can't buy shit yet, but. We're really excited. We're going to launch it here within the next 2 weeks. We took a bunch of photos yesterday with our buddy Dane.
Yep.
And, yeah, I'm excited. So, did I say this is a live stream? I think I said that.
Why would no one know?
Well, no, like for the Spotify listeners.
Oh, yeah. This is a live stream, guys.
Yeah, so this episode was live streamed on YouTube a couple hours ago. So if you guys are not subscribed on YouTube, go check it out. I think we should do these live streams more often now that we kind of got the setup down.
Pretty fun.
I'm excited. We're a little nervous because obviously we can't edit shit or anything like that. But
yeah, I'm in the Warzone mood now because people started talking about Warzone. So fuck, got to scratch that itch.
Do you feel like your Warzone addiction itch is equivalent to the Fortnite addiction itch that you had at one point? Like how they just kind of have morphed into Warzone now?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like Fortnite. Like I'm over it. I've retired my Fortnite game. But. Yeah, dude, playing Warzone. Like, something about Fortnite was so satisfying, like the sounds and all that shit, and just you think about playing it, and you
the
like
colors, dude.
And you walk around, and you're like, I could just build 2 ramps. I'm on top of this house right now. I could break a hole, and there's a chest right there.
Yeah,
I think the same thing about Warzone.
Yeah, now instead of like the breaking the chest or farming materials,
I could jump off this cliff and I'd be fine.
Yeah, I can just
soar
I
down.
can go parachuting literally whenever I want. It's amazing. But yeah, guys, so here we are. I told Kyle before we started recording. So the other day, yesterday at the gym, I saw this guy from high school that like is kind of an acquaintance where like it's a friend of a friend that like I sort of know.
You want to like shout his name out?
Yeah, his name's Nick. Shim's friends with him.
Okay.
Shout out Nick. He probably won't watch this.
Nick, what's up, Nick?
But I saw him at the gym and I realized like I get more nervous and have more social anxiety talking to a single person that I sort of know than talking in front of potentially hundreds or thousands of people.
What if it's hundreds of thousands of people that you kind of know? Is that worse?
A bunch of people that went to high school with me that didn't really know me very well.
You were talking about like our class reunion or something.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty weird. But like,
Yeah.
I'd rather talk in like at a stage in front of 3,000 people instead of like talking to one person that I sort of know.
Why?
Because I feel like those 3,000 people are there for a reason. They actually want to hear you. They
Yeah.
wouldn't go.
But
if
that
they didn't
one
wanna
person
hear
could
you.
be there if they want to hear you. Like, it could be your number one fan, and they just want to
Just-
sit and watch. It's Matt right now. Matt's
Yeah.
one person. We're sitting in front of Matt talking, and he's just sitting there.
It is a little weird
Listening
that
to
Matt's just here, like pretending he's like a fly on the wall, pretending not to be here.
He could be talking like mad shit in the chat right now.
Yeah. By the way, guys, go follow Matt at the Matt Mog because he's almost at 4,000 followers and he's been blowing up recently with all his challenges.
I was
so.
trying to get him to rap, but he wouldn't do it. So
Damn,
I had to do
bro. You rapped on the pre-show?
it. You could call it a rap. I rhymed like 4 words.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, if you're on one of the audio streaming platforms, go subscribe to YouTube. We're almost at 2,500 subs, and we're going to be doing these live streams more. We might do some stuff with Patreon. Some of the viewers gave us some good ideas. So, if you guys want extra content every single month, you get a personalized video shout out. You get deleted scenes and bloopers videos, and you get a like behind the scenes like vlog, like month in the life sort of.
It's worth it. It's like, or you could, you could also add $5 onto it, and you can also get some cool feet pictures if that's something you're into. Or if you just want to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recommend it.
I'm thinking we might have to change that soon because that might steer people away. Like, we could add something cooler instead of the feet pictures.
Yeah.
Because no one really wants that.
No, but it's like a good meme for the time being.
Yeah, but it's the memes kind of run its course.
No, I understand, but it's like we're already so busy. Like, I was thinking a cool idea for Patreon is an extra episode every month. So like we don't really have enough time to do another episode like every single week.
Okay,
but
yeah.
maybe like
once a month.
Once a month we do some special bonus Patreon episode. I don't know.
Like what kind of like a bracket or something?
It's like something unique that we maybe couldn't do on because there's a lot of things on YouTube that you just like couldn't do, like a top porn star bracket or like
okay.
Well, actually, you probably could do it on YouTube, but you would get demonetized.
Yeah, we're not trying to do that.
So
we're trying to make a living on this thing.
Make our like
not working yet.
$10 from ad revenue. Guys, today what we wanted to do is we got a comment the other day from a girl. Oh shit, what's her name? I wanted to shout her out.
Grace.
Grace? Yeah, I
Pretty
think
sure it's
Grace.
Grace.
Grace commented the other day and said you guys should talk about like your college experience and
what a trip that is.
I think I actually have the screenshot here. Let's see. Yeah, Grace B. She said you guys should do an episode all about college, what you majored in, favorite memories, did you dorm, biggest regret, best advice. She said, a lot of your younger new TikTok audience that have found the show would probably benefit from it. So
that's true. There's a lot of youngins here.
It's kind of weird to me that there's like 12-year-olds that are like.
Are there 12-year-olds?
Yeah, dude.
Like
there's
12,
a lot
12?
of. Yeah, like,
I had like 0 people.
You mean 12?
I'm saying like you call like a little kid a 12-year-old, but he's like 14.
Yeah, no, there's some
They're like
actual
12, straight up 12-year-olds that have like high voices.
Yeah. What grade are you in when you're 12? Sixth?
5th, 6th, 7th.
Okay.
6th,
Yeah.
7th. Matt's nodding.
Yeah. So I don't know. We thought this would be kind of fun. Kyle and I both have some pretty unique college stories, clearly, because we didn't end up finishing, which I think is why it might be good to talk about it.
Sure.
Because I wish, not that like, listen, when it comes to advice, I think everyone's got to be pretty careful who you take advice from because
That's
to be
true.
honest, the only people, like I took advice from, I think the wrong people when I was in high school.
College?
Well, like I just took advice from like my favorite YouTubers. And at the time, like,
that's kind of what we are, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
So don't take our advice.
Yeah, so everything here, just don't listen to any of it.
I mean, don't say that. I think there's some little nuggets of truth you're gonna find here.
Yeah,
some nuggets of gold. That's the word, not truth.
But yeah, keep in mind, everyone's living their own life. You know what's best, and like our story might be totally different than what happens to you. So
and our stories are also different too. Like we both dropped out, but we dropped out for kind of similar but different reasons. I guess.
But different.
But still same.
But still
Yeah,
same.
I've made that joke like 4 of the past 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Probably stop.
Okay, so Matt, how we doing over here? Doing good?
How's the chat? And is anyone angry at us yet?
Have we said anything offensive to get canceled yet?
I did talk about pubes.
Oh God,
Oh.
guys, come on!
Don't be offensive.
Don't do that. That's not cool, dude. I would ban you, but I don't really know how yet. So
I don't know how. I also don't know what you said.
Yeah. So just don't do that. Let's all be cool here. All right. So when it comes to college, Kyle.
Yeah.
we both fucking hated it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there was not a lot that I enjoyed about college.
I
I'll be
wonder who
completely honest.
hated it more, because we dropped out at different times.
Yeah, John dropped out first.
You lasted longer than I did, but it
did,
might have
but
been
it
a
was-
more miserable duration.
It was for sure more miserable, I think. Wait, when did you drop out?
Halfway through sophomore year, after first
Okay.
semester of sophomore
Yeah,
year.
I got through a quarter of junior year, and I was done. Can't do it.
So how it works for you is the quarter system. So that's like
it's
just
like
four
fall,
little
winter,
sections.
spring, and then like you can take classes in summer. But
so usually you take like 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just give you guys some backstory. We've talked about it a little bit, but we're gonna go way more in depth this episode, I guess. But for those of you who don't know, I went to Azusa Pacific University, which is a small private Christian school in Azusa, California,
lovely.
which is like an hour east of LA. So like when I thought I was gonna go there, I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm gonna be living in LA. It's not
Hollywood. It's John's dream.
That's not how it works, really, because you realize like it sounds cool, and then you realize you don't have a car. You're nowhere even near a beach. You're just in a rando town in California, really.
Is LA not on the beach? Not close to the beach?
No. To get to the
How
beach, we had to go
far?
like 2 hours probably.
What?
Yeah.
That's news to me, dude.
Well, LA, you're probably like 30 to 40 minutes, but then there's
Oh.
LA traffic and
Ah,
everything just gets really shitty.
gotcha.
But yeah, so I was there. Kyle, you want to tell the people where you went?
Yep, I went to Western Washington University. That is up in Bellingham, Washington, in the darkest, most depressing place on earth. That's at least what it is to me.
Can you?
I got this cool shirt there, though.
That's the one thing.
That's
Kyle,
the one. That's the big thing there. I got a cool shirt. That's what I take away from my college experience.
Yeah. Now, if you had to describe Bellingham to the people who maybe are from a different part of the country or the world, because
Yeah.
Bellingham's like no other place.
Yeah, it's how would I describe Bellingham? I mean, in terms of like the vibe of the city, it's very left winged. So it is very
It's like as hippie as it gets.
It's pretty hippie. Yeah, there's people walking around barefoot. It wasn't uncommon to just be walking around campus and there's just like, a dude with barefoot carrying a stick. Like there was a guy that I was walking behind him, he was barefoot, he found a stick on the ground, he grabbed it, and he went to class and he brought the stick with him.
And that's like the norm. Like you're not weird. You're weird if
Well,
you
I mean, it was weird. I was like, this is kind of weird. But yeah, Bellingham. And then like in terms of the weather, I hated it because Washington in general, like we're kind of entering that stage where it's about to be real depressing for a long time, where it's
Yeah.
just dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
It's that times 10 in Bellingham. And maybe it's not actually that bad, but maybe it was because I was also just actually depressed when I was there.
maybe
Maybe that.
you got depressed. You can blame it on the weather. Maybe the
Yeah.
weather caused this depression.
So I thought I had SAD, which is the seasonal affective disorder.
a lot of people have that. That's a real thing.
Yeah, so you got to take your D here. Take your vitamin D. Helps. I actually forgot to take my D today.
I've been taking 3 Ds daily.
Daily D. Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take my D in the morning.
No, but seriously though, we've said it before, but actually,
Take
guys,
the D.
take vitamin D. It helps a lot.
Does.
But also, like I think people who have never been to Washington don't really realize when we there's jokes about like, oh, it rains in Seattle, haha, like
It
rain.
does.
Like we're not joking. It literally rains like 8 months of the year,
Mhm.
almost daily.
It's pretty much dark all day. The sun will set at 4 o'clock, and it's just so depressing.
Yeah. So Kyle was up in like northern Washington.
It's basically like 30 minutes from Canada.
Yeah. So top of Washington. I was down in Southern California. Very different vibes, but we both had some interesting experiences.
Right.
So should we go? How do you think we should do this?
Yeah,
Should
I
we
don't even
talk about
know.
like in stages, like we talk about, or should I just talk about my whole thing and then you talk about your whole thing?
We can do stages.
Stages. All right.
Sure.
So let's talk about like when we first got to college, or what were you expecting or hoping going in? Were you optimistic? What were you feeling going in, or were you from the get-go were you like, why am I doing this?
I'm trying to think, dude. So my roommate actually was H, who was on a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
You guys
Kyle.
remember him? Yeah.
We call him H.
He was my roommate. We weren't like, I wouldn't say we were like super close when we roomed together. Like we were friends growing up, but we kind of had gone separate ways a little bit. And then we both were looking for roommates at Western. We're like, hey, you want to room together? Oh yeah, sure, okay. So we roomed together.
You guys were always like friends.
Yeah, it wasn't like we hated each other.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of had different groups,
Different
and-
friend groups,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we just didn't really talk.
Was
But-
it cool to like reconnect with him in a way?
Yeah, so that was a cool thing. But I also think like living with anybody, living in a dorm sucks. Like it doesn't matter who you're living with. I could be living with John. I could be living with Jordan. Like I would have hated it. Like just living in a dorm sucks. My entire hallway always smelled like weed.
Well, that's another thing with Bellingham.
Yeah, a lot of weed.
Lot of weed.
Yeah, which that's cool. But you know, my entire hallway just always smelled like weed. No,
You just can't escape it.
Yeah, exactly.
And at the time, you didn't. Well, you're not really into smoking, so
Yeah, I
like-
smoked in the dorm one time, and I almost got caught. The one time there's ever an RA in the hallway.
What was the situation? So like,
So we smoked, and then
But I mean,
obviously
was
it
it-
smells like weed, and so it was. I think we had our lights off. We heard someone like the RA doing rounds throughout the hallway,
yeah,
and like, dude, our hallway just always smelled like weed, and for whatever reason, like nobody else did it that day. Maybe we were just the loser, like the uneducated people that didn't know when the RA did their rounds, but everybody else wasn't doing it. It was just us.
was it like a whole mob of people in your dorm room?
There was like 3 or 4 of us.
Okay.
And then RA's knocking on our door. We just pretended we weren't there, and eventually they went away, luckily. But they were knocking on other doors, and people were like, yeah, it does smell like weed out here. I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
And it was like one of your your first time getting high. Like,
Yeah, and I was super
oh.
paranoid, and I was like, this isn't for me. I can't do this anymore.
yeah,
Took a long break.
that's good.
Yeah.
I guess so. When you were going to college, or like when you were getting ready to go there, you were gonna room with H. Were you like optimistic? Were you like, wow, this is like a cool new thing. I get to like reinvent myself. I gotta be a whole new person. Or were you like, I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this?
I don't know, because I was in a weird stage in my life where I was I'm an introverted person, so people I think that knew me in high school would not expect me to do this right now. This is not me at all.
Yeah, that's what's like so interesting to me about like what we're doing right now is we've changed so much. Like, but at our core, both of us, this has been us. Like,
Yeah.
this has been like the real us from the get-go. Like,
Just letting it loose.
I think we've always wanted, at least for me, I've always wanted to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just didn't know how to show it or how to like really express myself. So I think to a lot of people, now that I'm like doing this and posting about the podcast and like being in front of the camera, it's probably like shocking to a lot of
Yeah.
people. Like, why and how, and you know, it's just like a weird shock because, well, we'll talk about it in a bit, but I guarantee the people I went to college with, I was like so depressed and like hated everyone basically.
Same.
So like the fact that I post like, oh yeah, I'm doing a podcast, there's probably a bunch of people from college that are like, why? Like, who are you?
Yeah. I was I didn't know a lot of people in college because I was very introverted, and I just kind of sat in my dorm room a lot of the time. I probably had like 3 friends. It was pretty sweet. So
Just like now.
yeah, kind of like now, but now I've doubled it. I have like 6.
We got Matt, Chris,
That's one Chris.
Shim. No, let's actually count our friends.
Okay.
Matt,
Chris.
Shim, Chris,
Luke,
Alec, both Alex.
Jordan.
I already said Shim.
Did you?
I did.
Did he?
I did.
Okay, he did. Do we have other friends?
Now like we got like friends of friends, like Matt's older brother.
Yeah,
and, like,
but we have like people, but in our group,
in our actual group,
it's like 6 people.
there's literally 6.
Yeah,
So not that much has changed, but
it's fine.
okay, so I'll talk a little bit
yeah,
about
so-
when I went in, and then we can kind of
Okay.
we'll try and go in
So
stages.
did you come into college coming in hot? Like, I'm gonna be a movie star. I'm gonna film all this shit. I'm gonna be a YouTube god.
Yeah. So the reason I want to go to LA is my favorite YouTuber at the time named Justin Escalona, who now has me blocked on social media.
Wait, why?
I told the story a while ago.
Oh, he was the guy.
He was my favorite YouTuber, and he was like this big film guy. He was in the USC film school. He was like 21, like famous vlogger and like super talented with cameras. And I was like, damn, this guy's living the life. He's got a hot girlfriend.
Nice. That's what else could you want?
Yeah,
Good YouTube
so-
channel and a hot girlfriend.
Yeah, and so he was talking about how like he moved from Chicago to LA because like LA he wanted to like make movies. He wants to be a director. And the thing I didn't really realize is like he wanted to be a director. I never wanted to be a director, so I should have made the connection like, yo, you don't even really want to be in the film industry, so why are you going to go to
Yeah.
LA? But I decided I got to go to LA for some reason.
That kind of doesn't make sense to me because I've always known from the get-go that you wanted to be in front of the camera, and you've made a point that you didn't want to be the guy behind the scenes like this guy over here.
No,
Type
Matt wants
in-
to be in front of the cameras
no,
too.
I'm just kidding. But Yet you went to a college where you were going to be the guy behind the camera.
Exactly.
And you weren't trying to be an actor. You weren't trying to be an entertainer. So you were talking shit about me trying to be an accounting major, but really,
No, I
you were
wasn't
the one
talking
doing
shit. I just find it funny.
It is funny, but
It's funny. No, it's the same thing. It's
Well-
like you went into like civil planning
yeah,
and
urban planning.
I didn't
Thank
know
you.
why.
Yeah.
And for me, I went to LA to be a movie writer and director, even though I didn't want to do that at all.
At least you were in the right field. I was
Sort
not.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So I was like optimistic because I knew like, all right, I wanted to be in LA. And what actually happened was I applied to like a bunch of schools. I applied to USC, Chapman, Loyola Marymount.
Did you get
and
into
I
any
didn't
of
get
them?
into any of them. So then
Okay, good
I was
start.
kind of strapped for time. Like, guys, I don't want to stay in Washington. I had this idea in my head that like if I stayed in Seattle, I couldn't do film stuff. Like I just thought
You
if
thought LA was the place.
like I have to be LA because if I'm in Seattle, like the only majors at like UW, like the big majors, there's
Yeah.
no film ones. It's like business, fucking like doctor shit. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Dr. Shit.
Doctor, yeah, there's doctor
What
shit.
if your last name is Shit? Doctor. You think there's someone with the last name Shit?
Yeah,
There
dude.
has to be. Dr. Shit.
There was a guy named Butts.
Yeah,
knew.
Mr. Butts.
Yeah,
That's gonna suck.
So, anyways, I didn't get into any college, and I was like, well, I should still want to go to LA, so I'll find some other rando school. Found Azusa Pacific, and I found it because this guy I knew from high school had terrible grades and got into the film program. I was like, dude, if that guy can get in,
That's
I
my
can
place.
get in.
But you had good grades too. You didn't get into any of those other schools. Yeah, this kid was a nerd in high school. He tried way too
My
hard.
test scores were really bad because I'm
Oh.
so
Naturally
slow at
dumb.
processing that I didn't finish like the ACT. Like I literally ran out of time.
So
So like
you're naturally slow and dumb, but you are a good. You work hard, so that's where you get your good grades from.
yeah.
No, I think I'm a
that's-
little bit the opposite. Like I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty. School came kind of easy to me,
yeah.
and the effort kind of wasn't there because early on I realized I don't need to try that hard,
Yeah.
and that has carried me so far in life.
But yeah. Real quick, has anyone said anything? Is it lagging for anyone, or is it still everything's all good? Does this?
Somebody said no ping. What does that mean?
I don't know what no ping means.
I think ping has to do with connection, but that might be on there.
I know what
Alright.
ping means, but
Well, I know when I'm like playing Warzone, like I want to have
You-
low ping.
no
But
ping. That's good, right?
yeah, no ping is like good.
Good
But
ping.
but in
Alright.
this context, I don't know.
Glad the ping's good.
But yeah, guys, just let Matt know if it ever like lags or anything. I think we should be good though. All right, so what were we talking about?
Ping.
Ping.
What were we talking about?
Well, okay, so I went to LA.
Yeah.
And unlike Kyle, like I didn't room with someone I knew. I got just assigned some random roommate.
Yeah.
And his name's Cameron. And when I got there, I didn't really know anything about him. Like I tried to stalk him on Facebook a little bit to see like
That's what you have to do. If you're gonna get assigned a roommate or you meet somebody, you gotta just figure out what they're about quickly.
yeah, and like from all I could really, he didn't have a whole lot, so I was kind of using my imagination, and I saw that like he played lacrosse, I think, and that he was like, I think that
sucks.
and I saw that he went to like a private high school, and so I was
Private school lacrosse kid.
I was like, this doesn't really give me much to work with here. But yeah, he was cool. I didn't really connect with him as much as I did with other people. Like right when you get there, I feel like the first week is when you really find out who you're going to be friends with or who you're
Yeah.
going to like really connect with. And not that like we had any issues, but he never became like a diehard best friend for me. He was like we got along. I'd hang out with him sometimes. We get lunch, whatever. But yeah, so
Did you ever like catch him jerking off?
no, but no, we never caught anyone doing anything weird,
That's
but there was this kind of mutual respect that like, hey,
I'm just gonna jerk off. Leave the room.
no, but it was more like, hey, for whatever reason, I need the room from like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. So can you go like,
What do you need the room from 6 to 9
well,
for?
I'm just saying, there's not like one set thing. There's just always,
What were some of the things?
I'm not going to go in detail here. You
Why?
can use your imagination what the things were for.
I'm thinking it.
Yeah. So, but there was like, I don't know,
3 hours.
if you had a friend that you wanted to like hang out with
Oh, friend.
and like you just wanted the room, it was like, hey, can I have the room tonight? And it's like, yeah, I'll just go do my homework at the library.
Well, remember, I didn't have any friends, so I don't I don't remember. I don't know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have to do that.
So Kyle just never left
sat-
the room, and Kyle just cock-blocked every situation.
Yeah.
Kyle's
I
the guy.
did I did that once on accident. Like, I felt really bad. I don't want to, like, go into detail because I don't know
Yeah.
if H wants me telling the story, but I kind of. It was his birthday.
Inadvertently.
and
Kyle.
I should have talked about it on the podcast. Maybe
Kyle
we'll
ju-
talk about it next time.
Kyle just sits on the edge of his bed and just stares across the room
It-
at H's bed.
It wasn't like that. It was just I entered the room and then I
Ah.
stayed in the room.
Oh, you didn't leave?
Yeah, and looking back, I don't know why I didn't leave the room.
Yeah.
It's on me.
It's okay.
H, I'm
You know,
sorry.
college is a learning experience for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I learned in college. Don't cock block your friends.
yeah. One thing I will say is one of my diehard best friends, his name's Anthony. He's been on the podcast a long time ago. He doesn't live here, so like he hasn't been on since. But he was, when you get to college, at least at my school, they had like orientation groups. Did they have that at your school? Where you get there and they have
Yeah,
a group
kind
of kids to kind of like help befriend you and like show you around.
Yeah, I didn't make friends with any of them.
Yeah. So one of them was named Anthony, and I'll be honest, off the bat, I was like, I didn't really feel. I just thought like, I don't know if I'll connect with this guy because he had like a superhero shirt on. I'm not into superheroes, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like if this guy's gonna be one of my friends. He might just be an orientation group guy.
Can't be friends with a superhero kid.
No, it's not that. It's just like I was feeling the water still. But very quickly it became apparent to me that like he was going to be one of my best friends for sure. And what was really cool to me is that although I never like wanted to be a writer or director, he actually is the one who like really showed me the beauty of like cinema. Like I didn't really get it before. Like I'd watch movies, but even up until college, I was never like, oh my God, I want to go see this movie, or like, you got to watch this movie. It's beautiful. Like it was just like a movie's a movie kind of.
Okay, that's
Which I
where
think-
I'm at.
Yeah, like that's how a lot of people are. But like,
What's beautiful about a movie?
bro, like it's just when you can really see someone make a piece of art and like watch them break it down, kind of like with Matt and like music. I'm sure you can relate, Matt. Like if there's like a really crazy song, the average person, you listen to it, you're like, oh, that was a banger. But if
Yeah.
you're like into music and you see that artist break down the production and like what the lyrics mean, it's like you just see a whole nother side of it.
How long does it take you to make one song?
I made that one that I posted in like a couple hours, and then
Oh.
like I've had ones that I've been working
Take,
on
like-
since like the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's crazy. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess he really opened my eyes to like a new passion of mine that I never really cared about before. And so for me, like my biggest memory the year and a half I was at college is we would go to the movie theater. There was a movie theater right across the street from our dorms and like campus. And that was when this thing called Movie Pass came out. And I don't know if anyone remembers Movie Pass because it got like shut down now, but you'd literally pay like $8 a month or something crazy cheap like that, and you could literally go to unlimited movies. Which like
That probably drove them out of business.
it
Is that why
did.
they-
Like it was a horrible business plan, but it was
$8.
crazy because you just pay $8 a month, and we would literally go to a movie like 3-4 times a week sometimes.
I feel like movie tickets are more than $8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a terrible.
It was so okay. Maybe it
Terrible.
was like $15 a month, but
still,
still.
though, you can go to 2 movies and then you automatically are making it worth your money.
Yeah. So how's it going over there, Matt? What are you talking to people about?
Good. Are you asking about me again and who's doing the camera?
Hey, we got producer Matt.
Yeah, has Matt been screwing up the cameras, flipping them back and forth?
No, he's been doing great. I think he's been.
Typing, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
There's a
fun.
lot going on.
Good for you.
Young Jamie. This is Young Jamie 2.0.
Yep. Matt in the making, Jamie in the making.
All right. So let's move on a little bit.
Okay.
What's the next step in your college life?
Dude, I don't fucking know. Deciding a major. I never really decided a major.
What did you what was like your go-to things to do freshman year?
Oh,
Like what were your hobbies?
all right. So, see, I don't know
Were
if
you
I want.
depressed yet also?
I think
You were like borderline
I
depressed?
feel like there was kind of a depression inside of me all of high school, but it wasn't like overwhelming.
It wasn't like
It became overwhelming later on. Yeah, my life got ruined later on. So my life wasn't ruined; it was just headed downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I do? I watched a lot of Netflix. I See,
what shows were you watching freshman year? Do you remember?
Bro, I watched The Office. I watched like every show that I've pretty much watched. I watched during my freshman year. Like I watched Prison Break, Breaking Bad, like everything.
I watched The Office for the first time freshman year as well.
Yeah. But in our spare time, me and H played a lot of ping pong, foosball. See, I don't know if I want to talk about that kid with. Okay, so there's this kid named.
Neck.
His name was Ken.
Neck.
We called him Neck so we could,
Ken backwards.
Didn't have to say. Yeah, it's easy. Called him Neck, not to his face, just behind his back. It's, great advice. If you guys want to talk shit about someone, just don't use their real name.
Yeah, so this would be like.
I thought it was.
It's Kyle backwards.
Leak.
Well,
my last
but
name
the Kyle, the
is
E's not.
Trofats.
Huh?
My last name backwards is Trofats.
Trofats.
Drofats.
Drofats. Alik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, Alik. Anyways, this kid always challenged us to foosball, and we'd always just wax his ass, and he'd fucking double palm slam the wall. Like, he was just, I don't know. He was just this, we can talk about him more next time H is on, but just this wild child who he'd be, the one doing parkour outside and like, anyways.
Rage monster?
Yeah, he raged hard, dude. The passion was there for ping pong and foosball. The skill just wasn't. So, in his head, he was like the greatest player alive, but he just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And like I got really good at foosball freshman year, so I don't know if the skills have translated. But anyways, this kid wanted it so bad, and we'd beat him, and then he'd like start yelling, just be like, ah, and like slam the walls and shit. And be like, all right, we're going up. We're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much like that's what I did for fun. And then like go out and like get food.
That's about it.
Went to like 3 parties. Like, wasn't exciting.
You're not a big like house party type guy, are you?
Nah, I'm not. I'm more of like a chill and, a group of people that I know.
Yeah, drink with the people you know.
I just don't like being in a big group of people that I don't really know, and I don't really know where I fit in.
You don't want to be the guy that's kind of like
on the sidelines,
like
awkwardly there.
200 people you don't know. You don't want to be the drunk guy that like steps in and be like, "Watch this."
I mean, I wouldn't be that guy. I would be like that in a group of friends. In a group of big people, probably wouldn't be like that.
Yeah,
I would be kind of in my corner, just taking polls by myself.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, yeah. So freshman year, what did I do? Like I said, we were big into going to the movies. It was weird because like I still didn't drink freshman year of college. Like I started drinking sophomore year of college, and so it was weird because no matter how much you want to be the guy who's like, oh, like I don't need to drink, like it's my own decision, like I'm not gonna get peer pressure, blah blah. Like that's fine, you can do that. And that's what I did. You can choose to not drink and not be peer pressured and be successful, but you're inevitably going to kind of be the guy that's left out.
That's true.
So it's like you can do it. And like I applaud people that choose to not drink, especially people that their whole life they just choose like I'm just not going to drink. That's hard because
it's so easy to just drink.
It's so easy to just join in. And if you don't join in, it's like there was so many times freshman year where like the mob of like 15 guys in my hall who were like all boys. They're like, oh, all right, yo, we're going to this party. Like, it's like 20 minutes away. Who wants to Uber with us? And there's like a whole mob of guys that are like drinking and like getting ready to go to a party. And like the first couple weeks, they ask you like, yo, John, you coming? I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then they ask again, yo, John, you coming? No, I'm good. And then pretty soon,
stop asking.
They just stop asking. And that's the point when you realize you're not in their friend group.
I'm the guy that sits out. I'm the guy on the sidelines.
I'm the guy that's like just kind of a weirdo, which is fine. Like I really didn't care because quite honestly, I didn't want to be friends with them because I was angry and didn't want to be there. And so like, anyways.
You also had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend. And so like, I think if I drank, it would have been even more issues because then like, listen guys, when you're in relationships, you should have trust that if the other person wants to do something, you're not going to worry that they're going to like cheat on you.
Was the trust there?
The trust was not really the best.
Same here.
I think.
Yeah.
And so there was always these weird insecurities and shit.
Yeah, we both had girlfriends going into college and
didn't last very long.
That's the thing with high school relationships is I feel like for some of you younger people, you guys will realize this, and some of you older people understand, like you change so much each year of your life. So, like, the person you are when you enter college is not the person you're going to be when you're 22, 23, whatever. I'm sure I'm going to be different when I'm 25.
It's so funny to look at our friends now and see how different they were going into college.
Everybody's changed so much, and it's funny.
Yeah. But, yeah, so like, freshman, I guess the question was, like, what did we do I just went to a bunch of movies, and other than that, like, I had just a group. There was my buddy Anthony, and then this other guy named Elin, like Ian, but with an L.
Didn't even specify.
I don't know. Some people think some people don't really get the name. It's Elin, but
I know a Swedish girl named Elin.
okay, well, this was not at all that.
All right, never mind.
But yeah. So we would just hang out, like talk movies, watch movies, and then I also would spend a lot of time like taking the metro because I didn't have a car, but I really was like. I've said it before. I don't think I'll ever be able to work as hard as I did freshman year of college, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I work like really hard.
What do you mean you worked hard? Like in your classes?
No, like everything. Like all I did was like work and watch some movies because I would get on the metro and my goal was to like make a career out of myself. And like I didn't know really what that meant, but I thought doing YouTube stuff or doing like filming stuff. So like on the weekends and during the weeks, I would email people and then I would get on the metro and I would go metro into like downtown LA and I would meet up with like people that I just reached out to and like do random video shoots and then I would metro back and like edit shit.
Yeah, it's more than I did freshman year. I sat in my dorm bed and there's probably an indent from my ass sitting on my bed all day.
That's all you did.
Dude, weekends. There were some days. A lot of time I would just go home for the weekend because it was not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
But there were weekends where like I didn't do shit. And like, I just sat there.
Did you feel bad about it?
Yeah, I felt terrible about it. Like I didn't work out. I just sat there. I was just a piece of shit. Like I just wasn't happy.
And you didn't have like a desire to do anything, or did you have the desire to do something else, but you just didn't really know what to do?
There was a desire. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to do it with because I had like a couple friends. If they were gone for the weekend or if they were out doing something I didn't want to do, I was like on my own, had nothing to do.
Yeah.
And like I like my alone time, but there are times where
too much alone time.
It's too much alone time, and you're too much in your own head.
Yeah. And
I had too much of that in college.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to when it got really sad and we hated it? We dropped out.
Let me see. Oh, well, okay, so I have a quick story that I just thought was kind of funny. So when I went to college, I was in the film program, and I very quickly found out that I didn't want to be a writer or director, and I had a specific moment that made me have this realization, and I'm going to tell you now. I don't think I've told anybody.
I've never heard this.
So our first big project for like each semester, if you're a film major, there's like your other random classes, but then there's like your major class, like your important film cinema class. So it was called like Film 260 or something. And this was like the most important class. And our first project was you had to make a short film with the acting majors. So you'd reach out to the kids that are acting majors and they would like be in your film, but you'd have to write the script and then you'd film it and edit it. And then like you had a couple months. And at the end of the semester, you had to show your film to the class. But the rules were it had to be silent because the whole idea was the professors are trying to help you learn how to tell a story with visuals, because that's if you can learn how to tell it with visuals, you're not going to rely on like telling annoying exposition through the dialogue or like the characters just explaining everything.
Yeah.
So listen, I never wanted to be a writer. I'm not a good writer, but I realized like I got to fucking do this or I'm going to fail this class. So I wrote the story, and the story
what?
It's a short story, okay?
Okay. What was it called?
I don't know what it was called. I don't think we had a title for them. But the main character was a guy that was deaf.
All right.
Maybe this is why I have a fascination with deaf people. So he was deaf because it was like a silent film. So I was like, here we go. I'm just going to make him deaf.
Okay.
Because then it doesn't matter.
Okay. Deaf guy.
And I don't remember the whole storyline, but all I remember is like the whole idea was he like was in this class. Like the short film had to be like 5 to 10 minutes long or maybe. And he was in class and he would put headphones on because he was insecure about being deaf. And like if he had headphones on, it always played it off like he was this kid just listening to music.
Okay.
So he had like over the ear like beats.
That's so disrespectful in class.
No, it's not. Well, oh yeah, you're saying.
Yeah, he's just listening to beat headphones.
I'm not
during a
saying
lecture.
the storyline was good or made any sense.
I'm not saying it did either because it didn't. But okay.
So he was in this class and he was insecure about being deaf, so he would wear headphones and like play music. And all I remember is like there was this thing in class where like he had to get up or he had to do something, and like somehow the rest of the class made the connection that he was deaf, and then like he got embarrassed and then he ran home and then he got like really depressed.
Did you get a good grade on that?
I think I passed, but like I just remember. So you had to at the end of the semester, you had to play this in front of your whole class,
Oh.
and then they'd critique it and like give you advice.
They just rip you apart.
Bro, it was so fucking bad. Like I knew from the get go, it was trash, and I was okay with it. But just the fact that I had to sit there and watch the rest of my like 20 kids in my class watch it, and my professor,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Having a silent film with a deaf guy feels kind of offensive.
No, it's
Matt's
no,
nodding.
it's
Yeah,
just,
it feels pretty offensive.
No, it's a silent film, and it just happens that the main character happens to be deaf.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because if you're in his head, that's what it should sound like.
Yeah,
But you're, you know,
dude, I'm
You're kinda
not saying
prying on the
it
deaf
was
community.
great. It definitely could have been performed better,
okay.
but I did what I could, and that's when I knew I'm never doing this again.
Okay. So then you decided you're going to be a podcaster.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, good thing
So
you don't have
when
to write
did-
stories anymore.
Yeah, dude, thank God. Kyle and I have written a script for a
Yeah.
skit.
That still is yet to happen yet. We'll see if it ever
I
does.
think I'm still sort of traumatized from when I did that in college, that I'm scared to
You're
ever
afraid
try
of-
filming something again, because it's
Yeah.
like, what if it sucks ass again?
In our head, this skit is great. It's just I don't know if we can put what we have on paper into a, visual form.
Yeah, and I just know, historically, statistically, any writer's first thing they make sucks.
Yeah.
Every movie writer, the first thing they ever make sucks ass. So the fact that we even think it's good is kind of alarming to me.
Well, I think anything you do for the first time you suck at. Like we've watched back through our podcast and they were terrible.
Yeah, but like, so how come we think this little skit we wrote is good? Shouldn't we think like, dude, this is gonna suck? Because it is gonna suck
Well,
by that measure,
I mean, I guess, but I feel like we've also been doing this sort of, it's somewhat in the same
different.
realm, but it's kind of the same. But I don't know. Maybe we can get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to our next section of college?
Yeah. How we doing, Matt?
We're doing good.
33 viewers. What's up,
Wow.
y'all?
What's up, 33 viewers? It's honestly more than I expected. I was
yeah.
expecting like 6. So shout out to you guys.
Okay, so we're gonna move on here, Kyle.
Yeah.
When did like things take a turn for the worse?
When
When was the big downfall?
this is the big meat of my college experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, after freshman year, I'm trying to think. So yeah, after freshman year, at our school, like you could live back in the dorms again, but most people would find an apartment with some friends and live there. So I was kind of stressed for a while trying to figure that out because I was like, oh shit, 3 friends. Maybe they're already, what am I gonna do?
Did H already had his plans figured out?
Yeah, he was gonna live with his girlfriend. So, so then luckily our friend Connor, he was taking a gap year, and then he was gonna come up to Western. So that was like perfect timing because then I was like, sweet, one of my best friends, I can live with him. We can live together. I'll finally be happy again.
Yeah.
And we were living together for probably a couple months, and then he got diagnosed.
This was in the summer. You were living there in the summer
Yeah,
leading
so
up
we
to
moved
school?
into the summer. Like we've been planning it for a while. Like he'd come up and visited. We looked at apartments, found a good one, whatever. First of all, that apartment was right next to this other complex where when we moved in, there was this enormous lady in a bathrobe in the apartment complex next to us, screaming at her kids. And that family was so fucking loud. Every morning I woke up to just like,
Her
I don't want. Give me the sink. Let me use the bathroom.
like, dude, I'm telling you, on the top of my lungs, like they were screaming so loud every morning. I'm just like, shut
like
the fuck
was
up.
it like domestic abuse, like
I didn't
child
hear
abuse,
hitting.
or
I don't know. But it seemed like it just a. I
fucked
felt
up
kind of
family?
bad, but it was so annoying.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I hope that situation's gotten figured out. But anyways, so Connor and I lived together, and then pretty soon after he moved in, he got diagnosed with testicular cancer. So that was kind of that was shitty. I mean, that sucked for everybody. And then during his like rounds of chemo, he like would live up in Bellingham, and that was like super fun. He'd come up for a couple weeks after his chemo, and then he'd come back for a week, do chemo, come back up. So that was like my.
But like he obviously had to drop classes, like because
Yeah,
he
so
was
he was-
planning to take classes, but then when he got diagnosed, he chose to not.
Yeah,
take
then he
classes.
was just gonna take the semester off or take the quarter off, and then just when he's better, then he was gonna start his classes up again. But I guess around that time we were expecting him to get better. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be this big thing, It was supposed to be kind of a simple procedure, and he's gonna be okay. But unfortunately, he passed away in December. And the time that him and I were up there together was like the happiest I ever was at school.
That's good.
So to go from that to losing him, and then having to come back to my apartment without him and seeing all of his shit, that was like,
Yeah. So when he passed, that was around Christmas break,
Mhm.
Christmas time. So you came back to Seattle.
So like, luckily I had people around me around that time. Like I pretty much spent that entire Christmas break just like with my friends. Like we were kind of just all together trying to, I don't know, just be there for each other. And then,
Dude, going back to the apartment must have been like the worst thing ever.
that was probably, that's up there with the worst days of my life. Like I drove back up and I feel like I was kind of numb, and I was driving back up, and I'll never forget, like I walked inside, I just like dropped my bags, and I just like went up to his room. I just like cried for
Yeah.
hours. And I'm not trying to make this whole depressing thing, but
yeah.
so that just sucked. And that like really, I was already not good in terms of my mental health just from going to Western. So that like really drove me down, and like I started not having good grades. I was failing classes.
That's when he became an accounting major.
That's when I tried accounting and city planning, and it just wasn't, it wasn't working for me. And then like I had a relationship during that too that was like good, and then it ended, and it was bad, and I was like back to being depressed.
Basically everything that could have sucked sucked.
It
at
all
once.
just came piling down on me, and my life was just in shambles. And then I dropped out,
Yeah.
and that was in a couple months before we started the podcast. Probably
Yeah.
is when I dropped out.
What do you know what month it was?
I dropped out in December of 2018. And I think we started a month later.
Yeah, so that's when I quit my job.
Yeah.
So crazy crazy couple of months for you.
Not very fun.
Yeah. So then I guess I'll tell how I kind of like went from being in college to not being in college, and then so freshman year went by and like was kind of weird and like didn't really like it a whole lot, but I came home, and that summer, like right when I got back, that night I got back from freshman year of college, I remember I sat down at the table with my parents and I was like, guys, I want to drop out. Like, let me drop out. Just like, let me do this.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, what's your plan if you do drop out? And I was like, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Like, let me drop out. And they were like, they didn't really say no, but they said, all right, how about you give it one more semester? Because at the time, my girlfriend at the time was going to be pretty close. Like, she was going to be at college sort of near me. So it was like, hey, why don't you give it another shot? Maybe if like your girlfriend's there, you'll like it a little better. So give it one more semester.
How'd that turn out?
Not good. But in a way, it was kind of like, for me, college was almost more of like, I've always felt this way, but for me, college was kind of a delay. It was just delaying real life. It was giving me time to like I mean, obviously you're spending like thousands of dollars, which sucks.
That's what sucks about college.
But like in a sense, it was like, I don't have to really worry about like a real job yet because I'm in college. So it was giving me time to like figure out how to pursue what I wanted to do. Anyways, so I went back down there. That semester sucked even more. And I remember like one night I went on like a walk, and I called my parents, and I was on the phone, and I was on the phone with them for probably like 2 hours. Like I walked around like the whole city of Azusa, and I basically was like, guys, I don't know how to explain it, but I just can't. Like you were talking about the feeling when you're doing something
and you physically are just unable to continue doing it.
Yeah, like there's a difference between like disliking something and like you physically, like the thought of doing it actually like made me sick.
Like it makes you want to explode.
Like I just could not go on in college anymore.
That was accounting for me.
Yeah. And so I told them like I'm like, I don't care if you guys don't want me to. At the end of the semester, I'm not going back. And they were like, all right, like that's fine. And so that semester ended. I packed up my stuff. I told my buddy Anthony, like, yo, you're like one of my best friends, but I just got to do this for me. So fortunately, him and I are still really close, which is cool. But I drove back to Seattle. But on the drive back, like one of the nights, because you can't do the whole drive in one day, so I stopped at a hotel one night, and I was on Twitter. And this guy that I know that was like pretty big in like the gaming scene tweeted, hey, if you're looking to be like a full-time videographer, hit me up. I'm looking for people. And so I hit him up, and then like a couple days after I got back to Seattle, well, so then that was wait, so I'm getting the timelines all confused. So
Yeah, that was like right when Connor passed away.
yeah, so that's why it was such a weird time for me, because I got back, and then a little bit after I got back to Seattle, Connor passed away.
Yeah.
So then for like a month, it was just chaos
Yeah.
and like horrible shit. But then I'll never forget, it was the weirdest thing. The night Connor died was the night that I got like a email that I like got a job or something.
Yeah.
So I woke up to an email that I got a job, that I like a big job that I've been wanting really bad. And I texted my friends. I literally said, guys, holy shit. And Kyle responded thinking I was like saying holy shit to the fact that Connor died.
Yeah, that's right. I
It
forgot
was
about that.
it was fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
I said, guys, holy shit, about to tell them I got this job.
It was like 3 a.m. too.
It was like 3 a.m. But Kyle had actually just got a text from Connor's sister
Yeah.
telling him what had happened. Like you were the first one she told. And so like and then I don't know what you said. You said something like, you said like, oh my God, or like,
Yeah, I was like, did you find out, or like,
or yeah,
did
did you
text
hear
you?
or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? And then
Yeah.
you were like, Connor's gone.
It
And
was
I like,
literally, I texted you guys within 5 minutes of finding out.
yeah, it was just such a
So-
weird like mind
Yeah.
fuck. But dude, like this isn't supposed to be a depressing episode, but I'll never forget the feeling. Like can only imagine the feeling you got when Katie texted you, but when
Mhm.
you texted me, dude, the feeling of your heart just like sinking
Yeah.
is like, I'd never experienced that. Like I'd had some grandparents died in the past, but even this one was like way different for me.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever had someone like really, really close to me pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was driving to the airport, and then I was gonna go fly to see family for Christmas, and then it was probably like 3 a.m. We're on the way to the airport, and all of a sudden I get this text, and then I just sat there in the Uber, like not saying anything. Like I felt like I couldn't even breathe. Like I felt like I had nothing inside of me, and I just got into the airport and I just like broke down.
How did you like? So you had to wait. How long did you have to like wait in the Uber before you?
It was like 20 minutes probably.
Bro,
And
did
then-
you like tell your family like in the car like?
No, I didn't.
So you just had to sit there for 20 minutes?
Yeah, my sister saw that I was like kind of.
Yeah,
She
bro.
thought that
What the
I don't know.
fuck?
Yeah, so then I ended up turning back home. I ended up like
Not
not
going.
going on the plane. I just
Yeah.
went home. Yeah. Anyways, we're not trying.
This
again,
got way more depressing than I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
originally
yeah.
anticipating.
Anyways, so when did you drop out?
What? I already talked about.
Oh yeah, then you
Yeah.
then you went and got your job.
Yeah, so like after Connor died, then I got a job, and so then at some point I was like, well, I guess I'm moving, and so I said bye to my friends, and then I moved to LA and was working there for 6 months, and then I moved to Texas and was working there for 6 months for the same company, just like a different location. And then yeah, Kyle and I just like during that time, I didn't have a lot of friends because I was like a 20-year-old working with a bunch of like mid to late 20-year-olds that like were gamers and stuff, and like I just didn't really connect with them as like friends. It was
Mhm.
like they would kind of do their thing and hang out with their group, and then I was just the guy that would like film them. So I didn't really have many friends, so it was mainly like go to work, come home, play Fortnite with the boys.
Pretty much. I'd go to class, come home, play Fortnite. That's about all I did.
So anyways, at some point after a year of that, I had that same feeling again that I had at college, where I was like, I gotta do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't do this job that I know that I don't really love. So Kyle and I, well, I actually remember Kyle told me about the Basement Yard podcast during that time. He just was like, oh yeah, I've been listening to this podcast. It's Joe Santagato's podcast. And I knew about Joe's videos, and I was like, oh, his videos are hilarious. So I checked out the podcast, and I just remember binging that podcast
Same.
for like, I listened to like every available episode in like a month probably.
Yeah, that show got me through like so much shit.
Yeah, I've said it before. I really got to shout them out. Like Joe Santagato is my biggest inspiration, period. Just for what I want to do. Like if I could meet anyone and talk to anyone, it would be him. And his show, The Basement Yard, is my favorite podcast. But yeah, so that is kind of when Kyle and I would like jokingly,
We talk about doing podcasts.
yeah, like we would be on like COD or Fortnite talking about like, oh yeah, like we should start a podcast. And then Kyle's like, yeah, we should, but like, you live in Texas.
Yeah, I'm in college.
Yeah. So then at some point, I don't really know how we decided like, yo, let's actually do it.
I don't know. All I remember is I had just gotten dumped.
Yeah.
I was sad, and I went home. And then John also happened to be like quitting his job right around the same time. And I remember when he sent me the text. Actually, I was in Europe. I was like, it was around Christmas time, and then he's like, "Yo, so like I'm dropping out. You want to start a podcast?" And I was like, "I got nothing else going on in my life. Why not? Why not try something?"
Yeah.
And I think we did that road trip too.
Yeah. So then we decided we're gonna start the podcast. So Kyle flew to Texas. He helped me pack up my shit. We packed up the car. We hung out with our buddy Luke for a couple days, and then we set off. And then we built the studio, and here we are.
Saw Walter White's house. Very underwhelming.
Yeah, and it's like it has a huge gate around it because someone actually lives there, and people come there and like
throw pizzas on the roof. Like that kind of sucks.
I'm not gonna lie, that fence isn't gonna stop. Like I easily could have flung a pizza on that roof
for sure. I could have frisbeed a pizza.
So they might need to install a bigger fence because.
Yeah,
is that illegal? I mean, it's like
throwing a pizza.
It's obviously illegal, but would they just fine you, or could you actually like get arrested for that?
I'm sure that house has cameras, and I'm sure they would crack down because they're probably so annoyed. They'd probably get at least a pizza on the roof a year.
Yeah, pizza a year. That's a good ratio, probably.
What a weird thing to add. There's a voice crack.
There we go,
guys.
baby.
Oh, there's a live voice crack. What a weird thing to add into a show, just having a pizza get thrown on a roof. Like, but, you know that someone just came up with that, and they're like, this is going to be funny, and it's going to be a meme.
Okay, this is perfect. You were saying, like, what's, like, beautiful about cinema?
That's beautiful.
Yes, dude. There's these Matt, I bet you can like get what I'm saying. There's these obscure things that are in movies or shows, these random details. Like, okay, so I don't know if you ever watched Better Call Saul.
A little bit.
But it's like a prequel to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But like, bro, they have these intro sequences that are about nothing, like random shit. Like, for example, there's a Breaking Bad episode that follows a fly.
Okay.
There's one episode.
Yeah.
But the whole episode is like a fly. And you think that, like, as a general viewer, you're like, well, that was fucking random. And, like, the pizza thing is like, well, that was just, like, a random idea. But I think a lot of those things are calculated and intentional, and they all have a meaning and a purpose.
But what was the meaning of the pizza on the roof?
We'd have to talk to the writers. But, okay, another example.
All right.
The show I was watching the other night called I Know This Much Is True on HBO. It's, like, this really depressing story, but, like, near one of the last episodes, the character finally wears a colored shirt for the first time ever.
Me.
And it's like he wore black or gray the whole time. And it's like, this isn't just like a coincidence. This is all intentional because it speaks to his character and like his like development.
That sounds like me as a character. As I grow as a person, I add more color.
Yeah, well, in the show, his brother.
Grown much.
Well, actually, I probably shouldn't say if you guys want to watch it.
What show is this again?
I Know This Much Is True.
Probably will never watch it.
No, you won't.
But what's something in music that's like
Matt, there's probably like weird things that artists do that like maybe seem like random or like I don't know whether it be an effect or like certain lines that are like weird or random and people think they're not anything special.
The Kendrick album where there's like the poems throughout it. A lot of people get really confused when it's like, I remember you was conflicted. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so so like the poems are throughout the album.
Yeah, like to someone that only heard one song, you'd be like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's a poem throughout the whole album?
It gets longer and longer.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, have you guys ever heard of the band Coheed and Cambria?
Coheed and Cambria?
Coheed and Cambria?
I don't know what that is.
They're a band. Pretty good music. My sister's a big fan of them, but she was telling me that they write comic books, and their albums are based off of the comic books. So like it's like they're telling a story of like what's happening in this comic in their songs.
That's sick.
So like I think each album, I might be saying this wrong, but each album I believe has a comic book to it.
Dude, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, so that's a good present I'm gonna give my sister one day. But they're just really expensive.
Wait, the comic book or like
the
vinyl
comic book?
Oh, okay. Yeah, bro, that'd be sick. Or like you listen to the album as you read through the comic book simultaneously. It's like a soundtrack.
I mean, yeah, kind of, probably.
That's pretty sick.
So the thing is, like, my sister and I never buy gifts for each other. Like, we haven't gotten each other a gift in years for anything, for birthdays or Christmas, which I'm so about.
I mean, yeah, we've said it. Like, it's weird. You spend money on someone else to get them a gift, and they just spend money on you. So what if we just spent that money on ourselves?
Mutually not spend money.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't really have like a whole lot more to say about college because of the fact that like I was only there for a year and a half. It was very short lived.
Yeah, I think like my biggest advice to, I guess, some of you youngins would be, don't be afraid to make a big move. If you don't like where you're at in life, you can always change it. Just make sure that you are sure that that's what you want to do, and I would say make that decision if you feel like you're following a passion.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think social media makes people feel like they're like behind in some sort of race.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact, like, dude, we're 22. Like, we're still, bro. We could just tomorrow decide, like, you know what? I don't want to do the podcast. I want to become a baker, and I could go to school, and I could just make pastries. And like,
I'm gonna do parkour.
Like, bro, we still got so much time, and I think, at least for me, I always felt like I could find some other guy who's a YouTuber who's making cool videos that has 9 million subs that like is 18 years old. And I was like, fuck, I'm 19, dude. He's 18 and has 9 million subs.
Yeah, but his story's not your story.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think everyone's got time, and just do what you like, because
You're going to die at some point.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I live my life.
Well, yeah, when Connor died, it was really like tragic, but it was also like, damn, if Connor could die, I could die.
Yeah.
You could die. It's like, we might as well spend the time we have doing something we actually like than.
Yeah, it's like, why be sad sitting alone in an apartment when you could be doing something that makes you happy? And that's obviously, that sounds way easier than it is. And if I had told myself that back then, I would have said, fuck you,
punch
dude.
you in the face.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
And it is, but just try to do things that make you happy. If something makes you happy, do it.
I agree.
Unless it hurts other people.
Like, yeah, like
Unless
meth.
it's like MMA.
Is meth like borderline? Meth is kind of like the mix of like, if you enjoy it, but it can also hurt other people if you do something crazy like on meth.
If you're hurting somebody while you're doing meth, or if you are robbing them, or whatever, that's bad. But if I'm not gonna tell you,
no, don't do it. But like we've said before, if you really, really love meth, no one's stopping you from doing meth.
I'm not gonna stop you. The cops might, and your family probably would.
Yeah, it's don't do meth.
Just don't do it. Anyway, should we hop into questions now, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know.
How long have we been recording for?
The stream has been an hour and 11 minutes, but there was probably like 10, 15 minutes of like pre-show.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are all enjoying this. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Who do we got in here? Can you rattle off some names, Matt?
Anthony's been in here.
Oh,
Oh,
Anthony,
good,
let's
Anthony.
go. Was he in there when I was talking about college?
He asked you to talk about him more.
That's funny.
Emily's been in the whole time.
Emily.
Stephen Reese has been
Yeah,
Let's
what's
go.
up,
Jack
Steve?
Nash, Alexis Medina.
All right, the whole
This is
squad.
kind of the squad. I
A lot
mean,
of the names I see all the time.
That's sweet.
Shim was in for a while.
Let's
Cam was in for a while.
Hey,
Let's go.
love to see it.
let's go.
Luke. All right.
Josiah Visitor.
Sweet. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought someone commented saying, talk about your experience. I have to say, one thing that I really miss about college is the weirdly shitty but also amazing cafeteria food.
No.
Dude,
Different experiences.
listen.
Dude. My food, okay.
a lot of
Go.
most people would agree, college cafeteria food is undeniably trash.
Some people, my mom said it was amazing at her college.
Dude, it was like so bad at my school, but there was something about it that was like so reminiscent of like, I honestly think Anthony will like to hear this. I became such a good friend with Anthony over like
How bad the food was.
meals and like, no, we just like, we would talk and like become closer friends and talk about movies and shit over meals.
Okay.
And a lot of those meals were like on campus because we had like dining points or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, even though the food was shit, I just have so many memories of like eating that shit food and like having good conversations that part of me wants to go back and eat there again.
Okay. I mean, I don't ever want to have that food that I had again. You know how many pieces of pizza I ate in college?
At least you guys had pizza, bro.
It was
had
so bad.
We had these shitty like make your own like fucking
panini?
Lunchable type pizzas.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, not really, but like little personal ones that are like shitty dough and
Yeah. See, basically all I ate was pizza, chicken burgers. There was like little cheeseburgers too. The occasional burrito, and there was a panini machine that I always wanted to use, but it was always fucking broken, so I could never use it. And I had a lot of soft serve ice cream.
yeah.
And we'd have late night.
Oh, I had a lot of ice
Cookies.
cream, bro. Ice cream and cookies.
That was the only good thing.
We did have this. It wasn't like a panini, but it was more of a just like a sandwich like you couldn't make them yourself, but there was like a person that worked there and they'd make this sandwich, and then there was like this toaster oven thing.
Yeah.
So kind of a panini, I guess. But bro, those were actually fire. And there's certain places where, like, if you go to Chipotle and Qdoba, they're similar, but like you can never get the taste of a Chipotle thing at a Qdoba. Like they're always going to be different.
Okay.
Those sandwiches in that dining hall were so fire, and I can't get a sandwich that tastes like that, you know? And I miss it.
I mean, maybe it's a special kind of bread.
I guess so. I don't know.
Dude, good bread goes bad quickly, but when you get a good baguette, when you get a solid baguette that's not solid, you know what I mean?
Like solid,
like squishy,
good.
Yeah, like a solid good, but not solid. Like you want a
Yeah.
soft baguette. That is fire. It'll go bad in one day.
Yeah.
It gets rock hard the next day, and you're trying to like make a piece of toast, and it's like you're eating a like fucking. burnt
Or
piece of
you
bagel.
ever made a sandwich and you finish making it, and right as you go to eat it, you see a little spot of mold. Like, do you just pick off the mold and eat it?
Yeah, probably pick it off.
I do that, but there are times when I'm like get weirded out, and I'm like, I might have to throw the whole sandwich out.
I don't remember the last time I seen mold on bread though. I put all my bread in the fridge.
You can still mold in the fridge if you leave it long
I
enough.
haven't really been looking for it. That could be a problem with me.
Yeah.
I've been having stomach problems.
All right. Well, I mean, hopefully that was. I feel like I don't have much else to say about college,
I
to
don't
be
know,
honest
dude.
with you.
I hated it, but it's y'all. Wow, that was not English.
Y'all.
Everybody needs a point in their life where they're not happy to get to something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's what I've realized. Is like I had that part of my life was so dark, and I hope that I never have darkness like that again, because it sucked. And depression is real. It really sucks. But I feel like I needed to get through that to get to where I'm at now, and I've like never been happier than I am now. So to anyone that's struggling, there's always a brighter side, and you will find the thing that you love.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that one day we'll look back on these episodes, like this type of shit. Like, yo, remember when we live streamed and there was like 30 people and like, or like, not even that, like, this is awesome. But I just mean like, yo, remember when we did like 200 episodes in 2 years and like we had like 90 views a video?
Yeah.
Like that was and like, I hope we continue to grow, but I know there will be a time when we look back on it, like there was something special about the grind, you know?
I mean, yeah.
And that's how I feel about college. Like, it sucked, but there was something special about it. And
I like this way more than college, though.
Yeah. But this leads us into some of the questions. We got a question from our buddy Turner. And by the way, guys, if you're in the chat right now, if you're watching live, start sending some questions. And like over the next 10, 20 minutes, I don't know how many we'll do, but we'll try and answer some good ones.
I got some noted.
Okay, Matt's got some
Let's
written
go.
down, but you guys can ask away, and Matt will write down good ones. If we don't answer them, they either suck or I don't know. But yeah, so Turner said something along the lines of, do you guys regret going? Because I dropped out as well, but I'm happy I went due to the relationships I made.
I think I am happy that I went, because I think if I didn't go, there'd always be that thing in the back of my head, like, what if I did go? Or
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't gone. I may have just been sad in a different location. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of needed that space away from everybody to kind of realize what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
I guess. So it sucked, but I don't think I regret going.
Yeah. I feel similar. I don't regret going because Anthony's one of my best friends now, and also because I think college made me realize you don't need to be in a certain spot in order to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like I think you used to, and I really think this whole idea of like living in LA, this whole thing of like film in LA used to go hand in hand because you literally had to be, because that was the hub of cinema. But I think now YouTube and TikTok and Instagram has really proven, like, dude, you can live anywhere and go viral. You can live anywhere, and like there's people in Iowa, fucking like all over the world even.
There's people in Iowa.
No, I was trying to think of like a random state.
Yeah, there's not much to do in Iowa, dude. Like if I had gone to the University of Iowa, what would I have done? I mean, I didn't do much at college.
A
anyways.
University of Iowa is probably like any other big university.
It's probably like a party school, but like outside of that, it's like going to Wazoo. Like if you go to Washington State, there's Pullman, which is like, Wazoo, and it's
For people who don't know, Wazoo is what we call Washington State University.
yeah.
There's University of Washington, which is near Seattle. Then there's Washington State, which is like way
Eastern Washington. There's literally nothing there. If you guys think Washington is just this rainy place, it is. But that's on the west side of the mountains. Once you get on the other side, it's like a desert and there's nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what Pullman is. So I feel like it's just a party school and then there's nothing else.
Yeah, no, I think that's how a lot of schools are.
Yeah.
I also, one thing I didn't really mention about college real quick is that my school was a private Christian school,
That sucks.
which is a very unique experience. And although like I don't really know what I believe currently, I will say I'm super glad I got that experience. Like I didn't necessarily love every aspect of it. Like we had mandatory chapel 3 times a week. So like a church service before or in the mornings, or you could choose when you went, but you had to go 3 times a week. There was a bunch of different options for times. And then every semester you had to take a Bible class related to the Bible in some sense. And I learned so much about like, say what you want about religions, but like, dude, I learned so much. And although it's clearly like biased in a sense, you're learning from Christian professors who are majored in like, you know, theology, but like some of the classes are people that majored in theology of all religions. So they're, you know, knowledgeable. But I guess my point is, I don't even really believe anything in particular currently, but I do think that like that's a valuable experience just to kind of see that point of view and why people that are serious Christians believe what they do. And like, I don't know, it just really, I'm really glad I got that experience.
Dude, our schools were so different because I like I said, mine was a super left-wing school where, you know, we had class canceled when Trump got elected, which was clutch. I had a psychology test and
just because people were so distraught.
Yeah, I remember getting an email and it was like, I know you guys, all of our hearts are heavy. And like, I mean, I was bummed, but like, it wasn't going to stop me from going to class.
Yeah.
It's like, I know our hearts are heavy and, you know, we're all sad about Trump getting elected. So we're going to cancel this test.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's big time. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's probably people doing like witchcraft in the woods and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get some other questions
Okay.
from some people.
So, I'll pull up some on Instagram.
Okay.
You can. Do you want to pull up some of them too, and then
Yeah.
we'll kind of do a combo of the ones from Instagram and then the ones Matt's got.
Wow, Matt, did you post while we were recording this?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, when we were in the pre-show.
Oh, hell yeah,
okay.
baby!
Okay, Matt
40
posted.
viewers. What's up, everybody? Ask questions, bitch. All right. So Matt, do you have any favorites that people have sent so far?
Shim wants to know. There was a lot of dating questions.
Okay.
Your
All right.
longest relationship.
Mine was
Why does Shim want to know that?
Would Jordan ask that?
Okay.
Mine was like 2.5 years, and then I had one that was like 8 months.
I honestly don't remember. It was, I think, about 1.5 years.
Yeah, that
maybe
sounds
a
right.
little more. But yeah, that's the
It's been
only.
solo.
I've had one actual relationship ever, and that was it. So
Okay. How bad was Chug's beer addiction? Hashtag dad bod. Hashtag happy birthday, Chug. You know what? Thank you for saying happy birthday. I don't have a dad bod.
I don't know who. Wait, who said that?
Tay-Tay.
Tay. Let's be honest. Kyle does not have a dad
Got
bod.
a rock solid bod.
Yo, I will say.
I'm also not addicted to beer. What?
Yeah, that was a weird.
No, it's
that
just because you call me a beer dad.
No, it's funny because we call you a beer dad, but like, you don't even like beer that much. You don't have a dad bod.
Yeah.
Like-
No. Anyways, how bad was my beer addiction, dude? Not that bad because I didn't drink much because I wasn't very social.
You did one time drink like 12.
No, I had.
Uh,
Me and Connor.
Blue Moon.
Me and Connor. Oh, that was different. But
Oh.
me and Connor split an 18 rack of Rainier, which I'll never do again, and I threw up between my legs the next morning while I
Yeah.
was taking a shit. So that's. I stopped for a while. Now I'm back on it.
All right. Let's see. What's your opinion on the best way to make friends at college?
Don't ask me. I didn't make money.
Listen.
Didn't make many.
I didn't make many, but what I will say is I'm not going to encourage anyone to drink, but
That's a good way to do it.
it's a good way to make friends.
Yeah,
that's all.
that's true.
If you don't want to drink, don't drink, but
I'll-
I am much more sociable when I do drink a little.
That's true. John is a social butterfly when he gets alcohol flowing through his veins. But I would also say, I know in high school that it's super cliquey, you know what I mean? Like there's groups of people and maybe you feel like, oh, I can't talk to this person. He's friends with these people. Like
Mhm.
it's just weird. When you get to college, all that's out the door. Just talk to whoever you want to talk to, be whoever you want to be. Like there's people for you.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, Anthony is one of my best friends, and I didn't think I'd be friends with him just because he seemed like really into superhero stuff and like. It's not just superheroes. It's just like
nerd.
right off the bat, I could tell he's really into movies and
Yeah.
cinema, and like I at the time just didn't really get it. Like I was into like vlogs and like basketball and like shit like that, but like I didn't.
Vlogs and basketball.
Yeah, dude. And but like he became one of my best friends, and like I got totally different hobbies and interests because of him.
Okay.
So,
Shout out Anthony.
Matt, what's another one?
So they want to. You guys got to repeat what I'm saying because apparently they can't hear me.
Okay.
When is Kyle's actual birthday? That's what I'm asking.
When is Kyle's
March
actual birthday?
6th, 1998. Mark your calendars.
It's October 15th.
It's-
So everyone say happy
It's
birthday
today,
to Kyle.
actually. So thanks, guys.
Also, Kyle's birthday is next week, so if you guys want to leave a review on the Apple Podcast app and say happy birthday to him,
yes.
it would really make his day.
It's also the week after if you want to do that too.
Yeah, and we decided when we get to, well, we didn't really decide, but during
What?
the pre-show, Kyle was, or maybe before we started recording, Kyle was like, yo, when we hit 1,000 reviews on the Apple Podcast app, we should do a 24-hour live stream
Oh,
in the
God.
studio.
Yeah, that
We're-
could be,
Someone asked about that.
Someone asked that?
yeah, that'd be fun. I mean,
It would be
sounds
miserable.
like a grind, but that'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, do you got, or wait,
Let's see.
do you got another one?
Somebody asked, Braylon, where do you think y'all would be if you didn't drop out of college? Not happy, probably doing accounting. Probably counting some shit. Actually, I'd probably still be in college. No.
Bro, I honestly
another year.
think if you didn't drop out of college, I think you would like
I would have gone insane.
you would be very depressed.
I would not be okay right now. I wouldn't be the same person that I am.
Yeah. I've really thought about if I didn't drop out and I stuck with a major that like, or maybe I like chose, because I guess I didn't mention, but before I dropped out, I changed to a communications major mainly because it was easy as shit and I knew I didn't really want to do cinema. So anyways, if I stuck with like communications or something, I think about what I'd be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I guarantee I'd probably have a job. I'd be graduated college, probably have a job, but I would, in the back of my mind, every day I'd be sitting at the job thinking about like making YouTube videos or like making podcasts or vlogs or something. And so I'm glad that I'm actually doing that instead of thinking about doing it.
Like when you see the office scenes of people just sad being at work, that would have been me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people ask about like party stories. Dude, I didn't go to many parties.
Yeah.
But,
Both Kyle and I not big partiers. I also think we need some clarification. I think people who are like in a middle school or high school, at least to me, I thought that college parties were going to be like Project X vibes,
they're not.
where you go and there's like 1,000 people and like 900 of them are blacked out and the other 100 are just like doing backflips and shit.
Well, I mean,
It's not. I mean, there
at
might
our
be
schools. Like I think at bigger schools, like there's probably frat parties that are closer to that. It's definitely not on that level.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are some frat parties at big schools that are like crazy ragers, but I've been to a few actual frat parties at bigger schools and they're not.
They're just parties, dude. It's like everyone's drinking. They're just kind of.
There just happens to be more people.
There's music on. That's about it.
It really is just a big mob of people standing in a room talking really loud because you can't hear each other talk.
That's essentially what parties are. Yeah.
Like I was kind of hoping like maybe the college parties would be like, oh, there'd be like a dance circle and that random kid named like Jakari
Throw 'em in.
would jump in the middle and do like a triple backflip and then everyone would go like, oh shit, and then Matt would jump in and do a rap battle.
Yeah.
It
That
didn't-
doesn't really happen.
It wasn't like that at all.
Also, going into a party sober sucks.
Yeah.
Not saying
Don't
just-
drink. Don't drink if you don't want to drink though, or
Yeah,
if you're
that's-
underage, don't drink.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. What's another one?
So typical gamer wants to know.
Oh, let's go.
You can have one superpower. What would it be? You're gonna want to repeat that.
Okay, typical gamer. What's up, bro? If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Dude, like this is kind of boring, but I might just say flying. That would be sick.
Bro.
What would you want to do? Read minds?
Think of something creative.
No, I think I would.
Podcasting.
I think at any moment I could just have a slice of Costco pizza just appear.
Dude, that's not a superpower.
That is at any
You know
moment.
how quickly you'd get bored of that and how fat you'd be?
No, dude, I've said it before. I'll never get sick of pepperoni pizza. I
I
don't
don't
care. There was a phase when I ate pepperoni pizza every single day for at least 2 months.
But yeah, I guess flying is boring, but flying would be dope.
No, flying would be cool, but it's just like if you can only have one power, you'd
Yeah.
probably get a little more creative.
Yeah, I think I'd just teleport.
Okay.
Or I would no, I would just make money appear. That's easy. Then I'm rich.
Wait, you what?
I would make money appear.
Oh. Yeah, but
Boom,
come on,
here's my
Kyle.
paycheck,
Come on, Kyle.
100K.
Life is more than just money, all right?
Yeah, but I could do so much more in my life if I had more money.
Yeah, people say like money doesn't buy happiness. Like I get the concept and I get what it means, but like
I'm already not happy. Can't get much worse.
I'm already broke and depressed and sad, so I might as well.
Might as well just add some money in the equation.
Yeah, I think like if I had millions of dollars, I could probably be a little happier than I am now.
I would
But
agree.
like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep going because we got a little more time.
We got time.
And,
You guys got time.
There was a bunch of questions, so I want to go through some of them. Let's see. Neither of you finished college. You are correct.
Thanks, Luke.
Okay, someone said like, what's the craziest thing that happened at a party in college? Well, like we said, they're not that crazy, but one time, my buddy Dane, who's been on the show, him and I were both in California, and his brother was a senior when we were freshmen, and I've kind of told the story, but we went to film his brother's like senior year USC party, which is like, USC is a huge school. They go hard for parties, and it was like a big end of the year type of thing. And they literally filled like a whole gazebo house with like, there had to have been like 500,000 or 1 million packing peanuts.
That sucks to clean up.
And they just got like, they got a shipment in and they filled the whole house. It was like up to like your chest and you could just swim in it. And there was people like I have a video of me like diving into packing peanuts.
Just imagine dropping your phone in that and how much that has to suck.
Yeah, you're not fine. You have to wait until the next day.
Because like if you drop your phone at a party, that already sucks, and then add all these peanuts and you can't see anything.
Yeah. Well,
That sounds real shitty.
and like we were saying, don't drink if you're underage or don't want to drink. But it is easy to make friends. And at that time, I still didn't drink. But looking back, I so wish I just got obliterated at that party because it was such a cool. Like there were so many people. There was a gazebo filled with peanuts, and outside there was like all these random games I'd never seen before because like I was a little newbie, and there was someone on a roof like pouring alcohol into someone's mouth down below, and I thought that was the craziest shit ever.
So you just kind of described what people's fantasies are, like not fantasies, but like what they think of when they think of.
Yeah,
college
I
parties.
guess, but that was like a rare occasion.
Yeah,
it was like
exactly.
a special senior year,
Yeah.
but like,
No, I didn't go to any cool parties.
yeah.
I dressed up as White Goodman. That's why I have that Purple Cobra shirt. If you guys haven't seen Dodgeball, that's
You might be White Goodman again this year, right? Or who did you say you were gonna?
yeah, I could be White Goodman again. I just have to buy a wig and a mustache, pull it off more. I just had a headband last time.
Yeah. By the way, guys,
kinda
let us
lame.
know who you think we should dress up for as Halloween this year.
Yeah, it's just
Because it's coming up soon, and Kyle and I need ideas.
Yo, today's the 15th. On the 24th will be 1 year when I got my wisdom teeth out and then my face blew up.
And then Shim had to replace you for a couple
Yeah,
weeks,
and I
you
lost
look like Jay Leno.
25 pounds.
Yeah.
Good-
I have to
good
say, those photos we took yesterday for the PIMS merch, which is coming out very soon, everybody. It'll launch within 2 weeks, possibly even sooner. So if you guys want to cop some stuff, we'll post about that really soon. But I was showing all the photos to my family last night, and literally all of them, almost simultaneously, my sister and mom said it at the same time. They go, "Damn, Kyle has really gotten so much bigger."
Yeah, you know.
Now, someone said dad bod, so maybe they thought you're looking a little thick.
I mean, bigger. They might mean, big can mean a lot of things. Big can mean like, oh, he's big, or like, oh, he's big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you call a girl big,
That's what I'm saying. You can't be like, damn, you're looking big today.
Yo,
It's like saying large.
that's
like,
another thing we forgot to mention. The other episode, we were talking about things you can't say to girls.
Can't call him big.
You can't be like, "Yo, Morgan, you're looking big today."
You look huge today. You know, like when people say like, do these pants make me look fat, or like, does these pants make my ass look fat? Isn't that a good thing?
See, it used to not be, but now
Yeah,
girls
fat
want
asses are
their-
in now. Why was that? Everyone just wanted like a.
They just wanted like, yeah, they just wanted it to look like a piece of paper.
That's no fun. Anyways,
Yeah. All right, Matt, you
What
got
else
any
we got?
more?
Do you want to? I have a lot. Do you want a weird one?
give me something weird.
Can I see it
Yeah.
and just look
I
through
wrote a
some of them?
bunch
Okay. Oh, he
Damn.
gave the names too.
Yeah.
Look at this producer. We should pay this guy.
Yeah, man. We'll pay you like $20. What's the worst date you've ever been on? I
don't go on
haven't
many
been on a
dates.
whole lot of dates, but
That is a good question. I just don't go on many dates.
not
Not a social butterfly, as it may seem.
Yeah, well, one time I kind of told it, but I went on a date with the girl, and then like the next day she asked me for money, and I Venmoed her like $20 for gas, and then she never talked to me again. So
That's hilarious.
that's pretty not
you,
good.
You want to shout this girl's name out?
No, fuck her.
Oh, damn it.
What
What if she's in the chat? Hey, John, remember when I stole your money and never talked to you again?
if she's in the chat? She knows who she is.
Oh,
so
she knows.
yeah. How do you say chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk.
Like, what do you emphasize?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
I
John
always
says
say
milk.
milk. That's just like a family thing.
John says milk. John says measure instead of measure. John says pillow instead of pillow. John says medley instead of medley. What else
Wow,
do you
just tearing me
what,
apart.
what else do you say?
Do you say roof or roof?
I interchange.
Yeah.
Do you say aunt or aunt?
Ant.
Do you say something or something?
Something. People.
Something. I
some
put a P
people-
in there.
Yeah, that's kind of
It's kind of dumb.
weird. All right. Bro, fuck. This one's funny.
Say it.
Have you ever had a crush on each other's sisters?
Mm.
No,
That's
not,
weird.
First of all, not in the slightest,
No.
ever.
No.
But that is a good question
That is
because,
funny.
like, no. First of all, no. But
Wouldn't
I
go
bet
there.
there are people that have had crushes on like their friends' siblings.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, what if my sister? I've never had a crush on any of her friends or anything.
What'd you
I
say?
was just gonna say, what about your other friends?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
No, like I mean, we have friends that have attractive siblings.
we know what
okay?
we're talking about.
And everyone knows who. But like,
Yeah.
I've also like, I remember in high school there'd be like random people from like grades older that like, yo, John, your sister's hot.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
okay.
that's- yeah.
So like, I think there's always gonna be people like that, but no.
That would be really weird though, because when I see Morgan, I kind of see John. You know what I mean? Like you guys
Yeah.
look very similar.
Yeah.
So it's like it's John with hair, or like longer hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. There's a photo that we found of my mom in high school.
Literally John with longer hair. It's so
weird.
really creepy.
Okay. Let's see here. What food have you eaten the most of? From Lexus.
What food have I eaten the most of? Dude, probably pizza. A lot of pizza rolls, actually. I had a big pizza roll phase in high school. No, scratch it all. Goldfish. That's the answer.
I think toast. Or like bread. 'Cause,
What?
dude, for years I've had like 2 pieces of toast every morning. And I think that adds up.
What do you put on your toast?
Are we talking surface area of food? Because pizza's like bigger than toast.
Yeah, you're right.
But-
Yeah.
Or apples, dude. I've
Yeah,
had an apple literally every day for like 9 years.
It is not possible. There's another one. It is not possible for anyone to eat an apple slower than John Farrar does. He takes one bite, sets it down. Hour later,
I'm savoring it, dude.
another
Apples,
bite.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away, okay? No one says you have to eat
What's
that
wrong with
apple
your doctor?
in 20 minutes, dog. An apple a day. They literally says it in the thing.
I know, but why don't you want to
Throughout
see your
the day.
doctor? What if things are wrong with you?
Dude, I haven't been to the doctor in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Because you eat too many apples. You could get apple disease.
Yo,
Like some sort of,
oh my God. Kyle was talking about how the other episode, or maybe it's next episode because we already recorded that. Kyle was saying that he thinks it's funny because I have this thing where when I get really, really stressed, my balls feel weird.
yeah, dude. John.
It happened, dude. It happened last night.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, ball stress.
And this morning, dude,
Nice.
my balls get super weird when I'm like have a big thing coming up, and
Do they
I was
get
kind of
big?
nervous about the live stream going well. And what happened is
Really?
one of the balls went like up. So there's like
Yeah, no, that happens.
and so like one ball's down, but,
Wait,
like
wait.
the other ball is like up, like almost like into my.
Okay, wait.
That's
wait,
just
wait,
dying.
That's happened to me, but that's because I'm in a weird position.
Yeah, like it's stress for me.
Like stress, it just.
Yeah, dude. Not always. Okay. Sometimes it'll be like my balls feel like I got kicked in the balls and they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hurt. That's
See,
one thing.
That happens to me too, but I don't know if it's from stress. I just think maybe like they got positioned weird. Sorry for all the ball talk, but I just can't believe that you get stressed out and one of them just like, I'm out.
Apparently, I looked it up, dude. It's a thing. It's like but okay.
Mm.
This is why I'm a little concerned because I looked it up and there's a term for it. I forget what it's called, but it happens to a lot of kids leading up to puberty.
Oh,
but they
so
say
you're not there yet.
But they
That's
say
fine.
that puberty usually like causes it to stop. But it did say if it happens, it says it's caused by a few things, but one of them was anxiety.
Stop being so anxious.
So
Were you anxious about
listen,
this?
my balls are back to normal now. We're good.
Okay.
But
We're not gonna show, right?
no.
Oh, that's good.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Patreon. If you don't see John's balls, OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, do you want to look through some of these, or should
Yeah, let's
we?
do it.
We'll do a couple more, then we'll wrap it up.
All
It's
right.
been like an hour and a half.
Let's see. Can we have a segment dedicated to shitting on Iowa?
Wait, there was one from Tobias. Was that like
You
your,
said what
your
bear
friend
is
Tobias?
Yeah, Tobias. I'm assuming.
Or was it a different? Do you know what his name?
There's no other Tobias, dude.
It was, yeah.
There might be another.
Tobias Johansson.
Okay.
It's my Swedish friend. What bear is best?
I mean,
Black bear.
I don't really, to be honest, I don't really know the differences.
Yeah,
Is
that was an
the
office
grizzly
joke if
bear's
you didn't
like
get
the
it.
biggest one.
Wow, you really took that one serious.
Did you get that one, Matt?
Yeah, it's an office joke.
They were
What
making
bear
all
is
this joke
best?
at the time.
Well, this is really awkward now because I.
Does
claim
Kyle have a
tech.
black eye?
Yo, someone commented on a different episode saying you had
No.
like, or that you like. Someone said, "Yo, this kid needs to sleep," because they thought you had like a big bags under your eyes or something.
There's like a double shadow on his left eye.
Is it?
It's from the hat.
Fuck. No, I don't have a black eye. I'm chilling. You should see the other guy though. He's got black eye. His balls are black. That was. Anyways, what was I gonna say off of that? Oh, okay. I was thinking this the other day. So you know how we were talking about like eye color and like, could you guess my eye color?
Yeah.
And then you complimented my eyes yesterday.
Okay.
So I went home and I looked at my eyes. And I realized that I think I have nicely colored eyes, but I just never noticed that because I feel like my eyes are very dark. Like, for whatever reason, they don't pop.
But that's how
Like,
most
I-
people's eyes
No,
are, bro.
you know, some people, like, they just look at you and their eyes are just like,
That's
bang.
because they usually have like lighter colored eyes.
But I have light colored eyes.
Not really, dude.
Dude,
They're
I
not
do.
that light.
All right, but anyways, I feel like my eyes, I feel like I squint a lot.
Okay.
I feel like I have, like, very
Dude,
inverted eyes.
I think you just have a totally normal. Honestly,
Well, there's comments about my eyes, and
no.
now I'm
I
insecure.
think you have good eyes,
Okay.
and I think you're just a really hot guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't used to think this, but I
Okay,
used to
keep
think Kyle
going.
was just an average-looking guy.
Yeah, I was.
But this podcast has made me realize there's been a huge influx in people that are just in love with Kyle, which is cool. Like, I'm happy.
Thanks.
But it's also getting those photos back of our photo shoot yesterday really pissed me off because all the photos with Kyle, I was like, he's a little hotter than me. Like, I'll look at him and I'm just like I'm okay with it and I'm confident in how I look. I've said it before. I get it. I got a little slanted eye and stuff like that. Not the most symmetrical face. That's cool. But Kyle
I
is
think
just
it
a
adds a
little
little-
hotter than me.
This slanted eye adds a little flair to you. I don't have that flair that John does.
Yeah, because you're just like a perfect face, dude. You're just hot, dude. Accept it.
I
You're
don't know.
hot.
I don't want to accept that because, yeah,
What,
I
Matt?
don't know.
Did someone say something?
Typical gamer wants to know who would win in a fight, a grizzly bear or silverback gorilla.
That's a good question.
That is, I actually talked about that before.
We've tried to research this in the
Well,
past.
Repeat the question.
Okay,
yeah, repeat the
typical
question.
gamer. My buddy Andre, I love you, boss.
Pause.
He asked who would win in a fight, a silverback gorilla or a what?
Grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear. And I think
We did the research.
we did the research, and we all thought that a silverback gorilla would win because they're insanely strong.
Yeah.
But then I think we did the research, and the fact that the bear has claws.
It's also so much bigger, I think.
Let's just look it up again.
Yeah, look
right
it up
now.
again. Also, I think a couple episodes ago, this one might be out, but we looked up how much a gorilla can bench press, and it can bench press like 2,400 pounds or something crazy. So
Yeah, no, more than that, right? Or no, 2,400.
I think it's
yeah,
2,400 pounds, which is crazy that a gorilla can just. Why are they so much stronger? They're not like that much bigger than us. I just feel like they have the muscle fibers that are just different.
Yeah.
I
All
want those
right.
gorilla fibers.
Fight gorilla or
You found the answer yet?
grizzly bear? Not yet. Is there any more?
Let's see. Well, that's a lot of date questions.
Okay, listen.
All right.
While a bulletin staff debate. So there was a whole debate about this.
Okay.
While gorillas are quick, making speeds of up to 20 miles an hour, the bears have them
Damn.
beat. Grizzlies have been clocked in at speeds of up to 35 miles an hour. At good 50 miles an hour more than their primal opponents, the silverback is now at a disadvantage of size, strength, and speed. Damn, bro.
So it's the gorilla Or sorry, it's the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably the right answer.
I
would
would like to see
fight.
that go down though.
Yeah. Dude, I want to see a gorilla can throw things so far. Like, I wonder how far a gorilla could just pick me up by the neck and just absolutely toss me.
Yeah, no. They could probably do a test where they get like a dummy body that weighs the same amount as you. And if they put, like, I'm thinking in terms of a football field, how many yards? I think a grizzly bear could throw you from the end zone to
No, a gorilla.
or a gorilla could throw you to like the 50-yard line.
Nah, dude.
Okay, like 30,
I can't even
30
throw a
though.
football 50 yards.
30.
30?
Bro, they can bench press 2,500 pounds.
2,400 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, Matt's got something to say.
It's going kind of crazy right now.
Because typical gamer.
For the last like 5 minutes, I've been telling you guys you need to kiss.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Like, you need to tell them.
Yo.
And
Whoa.
Jordan said it would be a big milestone for the podcast.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, so Matt was saying chat's been going crazy saying that we need a kiss and that Shim is backing them up saying this would be a big milestone in our relationship.
Listen, John and I kiss plenty of times, all right? It's just off camera. We keep our relationship private. We don't want to show you guys. Maybe it could be a Patreon thing.
Maybe Patreon.
Maybe
you know?
OnlyFans. You might have to pay a lot of money for it, but yeah,
You
we're
know,
not going to kiss.
one of my favorite YouTubers did a flavored condom taste test the other day, and he got a lot of support because people are saying like, this guy's so confident in his in his straightness.
You're
Like
really headed towards like you want to kiss me right now.
No, I'm just saying like people applauded him. Like, dude, like most guys would think like, oh, this is too weird. I'm not gonna taste flavored condoms. But he was like, I don't care. So in a way, we could kiss and just embrace it.
Yeah.
And people could love it and like, you know.
My fear is, what if one of us likes it, and then one of us gets real attached, and then when the other one, doesn't feel that same way, then it's just a big letdown and it gets awkward.
Yeah, and then the show is kind of. I've always got scared to get in a fight with you because if we ever get in a fight, like, the show's got to go on.
Yeah. Have you been suppressing issues with me?
Yeah, every day I
Shout 'em out.
scream in my pillow and I just start punching it, pretending
John beats up his
face.
pillow.
Yeah.
So what? Would you have any beef with me?
No, I don't have
Squash
any
it.
beef with you yet, but like one day.
Okay. Let me know when you do.
Yeah.
All
All right. Well, Matt, has there been any other good
friend?
ones?
Who would it be? Chris.
Huh?
So if you had to fuck one of your male friends,
Oh, it would be Chris.
Chris.
Yeah,
We've
we all
already-
agree.
we've already-
All of our guy friends said we'd fuck
he's
Chris.
got nice eyes.
because he has the least amount of hair on his body.
He's got good eyes too.
I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I would
Matt's.
not pick
That's Matt's brother.
Matt would not pick his brother. Okay. Well, Matt, have there been any other ones in the last couple minutes, or do they all suck?
Someone asked what would your flavored condom preference be?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've never tasted them, but I would like to try like a blue raspberry.
Yeah. As much as I don't like banana, I think banana flavored condoms it hits different because it's like you're eating a banana and it's like banana.
But you don't like banana like anything else.
No, I don't.
So why
I'm
would
also
you wanna
allergic
try
to
that?
bananas. Oh,
They're putting money on you guys kissing now.
how much money?
Someone said 1,500. I don't know if that's
All right,
true.
if you can show me the money, I will kiss
Yo,
drop for
show me
I'll-
the-
Jimmy
show me
said 20.
All right, if we can keep this
Luke
going.
said 10.
Okay, that's $30.
30
Listen,
bucks plus a
If
potential
someone's willing,
1,500.
if someone's willing to double what's currently put on the line,
What, $60?
which no, plus the 15.
Oh, okay.
1,500 plus 60.
I would do it for $1,500.
Okay, I'd get,
Like, we're not gonna like make out.
No, we're
It's
not
just gonna.
gonna
It's gonna
hold-
be a very much like a.
no. It has to be more than just for the sake of the people. It's got to be like a solid 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. But we could just hold it.
Another 10.
I'll put chapstick on for you.
Let's go, baby.
Shit, dude, we might have
Yeah.
to.
All right, maybe.
Maybe next time.
All right, guys. With kissing out of the way, I think we're going to wrap it up here. This has been fun. It's been an hour and 48 minutes on the YouTube version. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, probably an hour 15, hour 30. I don't know. But, guys, definitely subscribe to our YouTube if you're new. We're getting close to 2,500 subs. And, just thank you guys so much for the support recently.
Yeah, we love you all. I think this was kind of fun. This added a different dynamic, having the chat involved and.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because like every once in a while I'm looking over and I can just see people talking and Matt's like interacting with them. I feel like it's kind of cool. I don't know.
So I think we'll definitely do this again. It's just a matter of when and how often we want to do it or what else we want to do with it.
It is going to be nice not having to edit this episode.
That's
at all.
true.
It just
And it's
once
my
we're done,
time
it's
to
just up.
edit an episode. So it's
Well, no. You're still editing the next episode. You don't get to just skip this one.
But I've got work. So
okay.
I work a part-time job. All right.
Yeah. Guys, thank you all so much. This has been super fun. Just happy you guys are enjoying the show. I feel like we're definitely on like the right path in
Yeah.
terms of growing the show. So thank you everybody. There's new episodes every single Monday and Thursday. Let us know DM us on Instagram if you guys have other questions, or if you have ideas for maybe other things we could do in the live stream world, because we can obviously record podcasts like this, but I was thinking we could also do maybe a live stream where it's more casual. It's not really a podcast, but maybe it's me and Kyle, like, I don't know, like Q&As or
drinking and talking or whatever.
Yeah, like whiskey talks or something
Yeah.
like that. That's a video that Joe used to always do with his buddies. So
You
we
guys
could
want to
do.
get us drunk and
Yeah, I don't know. We'll think of
we
something,
might
but
kiss.
also, it would be cool. Maybe for the Patreon, we'll do like a 12-hour live stream,
That's a
8
long
a.m. to
time,
8
dude.
p.m.
That's a long
We just
time.
fuck around in the studio. I don't know, but anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Safford 36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You guys are already on YouTube, probably watching. Well, probably not. You should follow us on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Just search Peak to Middle School.
Yep.
And you can enter the next live stream. Join the chat.
And believe it or not, we get little infographics or little like stats from YouTube, and it says that 60% of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed to the channel.
I don't like that
So
statistic.
you guys should just subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notified next time we stream or something like that.
Beautiful.
Anyways, guys, you can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And there's new episodes on Monday and Thursdays. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Matt, say bye. Oh, wait. Can't switch the angle. Bye. All right, let's end this. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye.
Oh, shit. We're still.